We are less than 24 hours away from No Ceilings 2 right here at the warehouse. And with that said, tonight is, of course, the disco before the breakdown. Your opening contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall.
Just 24 hours away from No Ceilings 2. I am Pittsburgh's favorite jagoff, Austin Carnes, joined here with the professional Paul Michaels. Paul, it is good to see you on a Thursday night.
Good to be back, and we're kicking off with tag team action here at the warehouse.
Team number one, first, fighting out of Coolsville High, professional reader, Dalton, Lexicon. His partner, fighting out of Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, Battle Buff, Magnus, Knox. Together, they are the Reading Rainbow.
Okay, Paul, so this is an interesting tag team combination that we have here. We have Dalton, Lexicon, and Magnus Knox as a tag team now. I'm excited to see this pairing.
Yeah, the Reading Rainbucks first teamed 2 weeks ago here on Thursday Night Fights, and apparently it seems like it's going to stick. They even have a name now.
Reading Rainbucks.
And their opponents.
Love to see the tag team formations here, but this next competitor making his way to the ring has been making some waves as of late. Oh, yeah.
Introducing first, fighting out of East New York. He's old enough to know better, young enough to not give a damn. This is Shotgun Adams.
Shotgun Adams all alone out here, Paul. I wonder who Shotgun's tag team partner is going to be. We've seen a lot of random pairings as of late. Let's see who Shotgun has in store.
Yeah, he's had a few partners over the last few weeks, if not months. Oh, wait a second.
Wait, what? Are we serious right now? What a return here we have on Thursday Night Fights. Tatiana is back, and all hell is breaking loose.
We haven't even officially got this thing started here, Austin. But welcome back to Tatiana, this tandem offense here for the team of Shotgun Adams and Tatiana.
It is always great to have Tatiana in an 880 wrestling ring, and it is finally time. Here we go. Match has now started, and Tatiana is legal against Magnus Knox. I mean, this was the last person I was honestly expecting to come out here with Shotgun Adams.
I mean, now that we're here, in retrospect, it actually makes a ton of sense. But before that, I would have never expected Tatiana to be Shotgun Adams' partner.
Definitely the biggest return that we've had in a minute. Big crossbody there in the Knox, but Knox just throws her off. Oh, look at the strength of Tatiana. Hoisting up Magnus Knox. And that spinning sidewalk slam drops Knox. Here is the cover and a quick kick out at one.
Tatiana appears to have not lost a step. You know, I did commentary with Tatiana back during your suspension. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that. I watched the film, Paul. Thanks for bringing it back up again. But look at this. Tag it back in. Shotgun Adams as Tatiana. Shotgun Adams, no stranger as well to Magnus Knox or Dalton Lexicon either as he gets tied up on the top rope there. Just taking down Knox, going into a cover now. That's 2 and only a 2 count. And wait a minute, Dalton Lexicon trying to come into the ring with his book it appears. I wonder what chapter he's on this week, Paul. But Magnus Knox from behind, right to the eye.
Taking advantage of the distraction and shifting the momentum of this matchup. And now it's Tatiana in the face of referee Tony Leo, the Reading Rainbucks, taking advantage of that situation, getting in a little quick double team action.
And it may not be the most ceremoniously way of taking advantage there, but it certainly has worked. Shotgun Adams is currently grounded, and it appears that Dalton Lexicon is legal.
We certainly know that Dalton Lexicon and Magnus Knox have kind of formalized their tag team here, trying to climb the ranks of the 880 tag team division. What do you make, Austin, of this pairing here of Shotgun Adams and Tatiana? Is this also possibly another permanent addition to the 880 tag team ranks?
I mean, it very well could be. We know the tag team division is starting to shake up here in 880 Wrestling with DOJ being atop of the division as champion. So who knows? A lot of these superstars in the locker room, they're looking for a position here. Possibly try and climb up the tag team rankings. I will say, though, I'm very impressed with the tag team of Lexicon and Knox. These are 2 unique individuals, 2 coming from different backgrounds. Not exactly the most likely tag team that you would see.
Yeah, I don't know how often Magnus Knox reads, so you kind of question how well this would work out, but it seemingly is working out for the 2 of them as Magnus Knox now comes in as the legal competitor in this tag team matchup.
Well, I mean, one of them comes out with antlers, one comes out with a book, so you give it take there. But again, the strength of Knox showing as he just drops Shotgun Adams. My goodness. Taking the whole damn place.
Almost lost my balance there for a second from the impact of that scoop slam.
And now Magnus Knox walking in a submission on Shotgun Adams, far, far away from Tatiana. And Magnus Knox was a part of that big fatal 5-way match as well that took place not so long ago with Tesson Gates, Christian Robinson, Brohemoth. So Magnus Knox has had some big opportunities here in 880 Wrestling as of late. Shotgun Adams still waiting for a big one, but now with Tatiana in his corner, who knows where this tag team pairing can go.
Magnus Knox, though, in complete control. Again, just the tag team synergy of the Reading Rainbucks. Frequent tags, keeping Shotgun Adams isolated into their corner. This is certainly an effective way to put away another tag team. Though, look out, Shotgun Adams almost reversing that double suplex attempt into kind of like a tandem neck breaker. Yeah, I think that's what he was going for there, and might have opened up the window for Shotgun to get Tatiana back into this matchup.
Yeah, this could be Shotgun Adams' moment to finally reach the corner, tag in the freshest competitor in this match. Can Shotgun make the tag? And he does. Here comes Tatiana. Big clothesline to Lexicon. Now one for Knox. The wilting Tatiana has had so much time, so much recovery. She wants to go back atop the 880 division here. But Dalton Lexicon charges with the book, but a big spear from Tati.
Tatiana completely devoid of ring rust as she goes into the cover here. Tony Leo with the count. 1, 2.
No, that was only a 2 count there, Paul. Magnus Knox breaks it up. Wow, just teeing off Shotgun and Magnus, Shotgun and Magnus. This is like a bar fight now. Up over and ropes goes Magnus. Oh, straps come down. That means business. But I don't know if Shotgun knows that Dalton Lexicon is back to his feet as he delivers a right hand there.
Forearm shot, but Tatiana waiting in the wings there with forearms of her own.
You're taking a page out of Dalton Lexicon's book quite literally. Has a big spinning neck breaker there. My goodness. And right now, Dalton Lexicon is all alone with Tatiana and Shotgun Adams. Tati goes for Shotgun. Big spinning kick there to the gut as Tati up and down. Big back body drop there, dropping Lexicon into the cover. And that's it. What a return for Tatiana.
Here are your winners, the team
her return. Tatiana scoring a massive tag team victory with Shotgun Adams. What a hell of a win there, Paul.
Well, certainly we've never been able to question the chemistry of Tatiana and Shotgun Adams outside of the ring, but they appear to be an effective team inside the ring as well, with a huge victory in tag team action. Big win for my daughter's favorite wrestler, the unwilting Tatiana, as you see the replay here provided by Sidekick Media Services into that back suplex, and that was all she wrote. Shotgun and Tati victorious on TNF.
Getting rid of the book of Dalton Lexicon, and now the celebration is on for both Tati and Shotgun. I feel like 880 is always a better place with Tatiana's in the building, Paul. I don't know about you.
I can't help but agree with you there. So,
I mean, I would hope so. It's your former commentary partner right there.
Exactly.
Big shout out to Tatiana and Shotgun Adams in their win.
She was so much more fun to work with than you, by the way. But in any event, let's Eamon's back in the ring. Let's hear what Eamon has to say.
Yeah, let's go to Eamon. That's probably a good idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a great Thursday night fight still to come, but also this Friday, less than 24 hours away, we will be presenting No Ceilings 2 right here at the warehouse. You can still get your tickets right now on Ticket Leap. Follow us on social media, 880 Wrestling, for the links to that. They'll also be available for purchase at the door. We've got a stat card building for that event tomorrow. And I'd like to welcome to the ring at this time one half of the main event for No Ceilings 2. Please welcome the current 880 Wrestling Champion, Brandon St. James.
The 880 Wrestling Champion, Brandon St. James, will be defending that championship tomorrow at No Ceilings 2 against Aleo Dreams. But less than 24 hours away from that contest, BSJ appears to have something to say, Paul, about this upcoming championship defense.
That's right. Brandon St. James has been such a fighting champion since he's been at the top of 880 Wrestling. He's been turning eliminator matches just into championship matches. He turned a standard match into a no disqualification match last week so that the official could swallow the whistle. But he's got a date with Aleo Dreams tomorrow night for that 880 championship. I am curious what thoughts Brandon is going to share here about that forthcoming matchup.
Go over to BSJ.
Hell yeah. Goddamn right. So, I've had a pretty goddamn good year. I've won tag team titles up and down the East Coast, from West Virginia to Canada to Florida. I've won deathmatch titles. But all those accomplishments pale in comparison to winning the 880 title. It took me 3 long years to get to the top of the 880 mountain. I have spent 3 years being the absolute workhorse of this company. I have had more wrestling matches than anybody else on the 880 roster. So I take a lot of pride in this belt. I take a lot of pride being the champion of 880 Wrestling. I feel a sense that I need to put on the best matches for all the people that come to our shows. I need to put on the best matches for the Tupac family, for the Woods family, for the Suppers family, for TR, for Tristan. So it's that same pride that also is a double-edged sword that fills my heart with anger and frustration for the people that don't have the passion and drive that I do, and that don't have the respect for 880 Wrestling that I do. And it's that feeling that I got when Aleo Dreams came out here and challenged me for that 880 Wrestling Championship. Because Aleo Dreams, you lost those tag team titles, didn't compete in a single match since then, and then you got the balls to come to me and challenge me for that title? That shit just does not sit well with me. So I'll tell all of you this. Tomorrow night, in the main event, of 880 Wrestling's No Ceilings. This is a spoiler, not a prediction. I am going to walk out of this building still your 880 Wrestling champion. I'm going to go to the bar and I'm going to drink 15 IC lights and I'm going to eat 30 chicken wings. Then I'm going to take that beautiful girl right there back home. And then I will show back up still your 880 Wrestling champion.
Well, Brandon St. James said it best. He still is going to remain 880 champion after tomorrow at No Ceilings 2. But the real question is, Paul, is Aleo Dreams ready for Satan's favorite saint?
Well, Brandon brings up an excellent point. We've seen very little of Aleo Dreams since that tag team championship match at Crashing Out. So will Aleo Dreams be on his A game tomorrow night at No Ceilings 2? We know that Brandon St. James will be.
So many more questions. BSJ going to take a different exit out of here. Let's pass things back over to Eamon Payton in the ring.
Well, folks, that is tomorrow night, No Ceilings 2, here at the Warehouse. Be sure to be here. But we got more great wrestling to come. Who's ready for some more wrestling? This next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
Next contest is on their way, and this next competitor right here has been on a bit of a winning streak as of late, Paul. Picked up some big wins.
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Centurion Hall, fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is the Playboy, Elijah Love.
Well, Elijah Love in tow with Centurion Hall. These two are a pretty dangerous duo that we have here at 880 Wrestling. Obviously, Elijah Love recently was in a bit of a feud with Lizzie Blake. Didn't exactly come out on top in that lumberjack match, but since then has racked up a couple of wins. What do you make of this Elijah Love that we have been seeing recently, Paul?
Well, Austin, we've talked at length about how 2026 could be a breakout year for Elijah Love in 880 Wrestling, and we are watching it come to fruition week after week after week. Elijah has become a permanent fixture in the W column.
And his opponent.
And you can credit a lot of that to Centurion Hall, who has also been out here helping out Elijah Love. But this next person is no stranger to Elijah Love.
To the ring, fighting out of where the wild things are. They are the Appalachian Cryptid, the Bearcat, Keith Haught.
Bearcat Keith Haught is back here in singles action today. And Paul, we don't really see Keith Haught too much in singles competition. A lot of tag matches, a lot of six-person tag matches, but tonight, Elijah Love gets Keith Haught one-on-one. What's the strategy going into this match?
Yeah, I think this is very interesting. There's a huge contrast in experience, of course, between these two competitors, with Keith Haught, on the better side now of 15 plus years in the professional wrestling business compared to Elijah Love, who has the youthful exuberance but still kind of getting his footing set in his overall career. So definitely we will see how that delta in the experience between the two competitors comes into play here.
Elijah Love looking to continue building momentum. Keith Haught looking to get a win here against someone like Elijah Love, who does have that hot streak going on right now. A lot could be at stake here in this very simple singles match.
And Keith Haught certainly wins the initial popularity contest between the two, at least. Those meow chants ringing through the warehouse.
Of course, you can never underestimate Keith Haught. Athleticism as well, rolling through there, working on the left arm of Elijah Love. Oh, stop right to the foot there. And again, moves like this, Paul, right there. Elijah Love, again, showing his quickness, showing his ability, showing his agility here against Keith Haught early. This is what could take Elijah Love to the top very quick here in 880 Wrestling. But I got to ask, what is that missing piece? What is missing for Elijah Love to climb to that next level?
I mean, at this point, it's hard to argue that there's truly anything missing. I mean, Elijah Love has been on such a roll. We've seen the athleticism of Elijah Love on display. that bougiest moonsault ever has been a big part of Elijah's playbook. I think at this point it's just a matter of letting the wins continue to rack up, and it should only be a matter of time before Elijah Love is in championship contention here.
Right now this is all Keith Haught as they go into a cover after that basement clothesline. Only a 2 count there. Of course, we still got so many incredible matches that come tomorrow at No Ceilings 2. Reese Hayes versus Cowpoke Paul. Shoguns Jackson Stone versus Envy Young. I mean, it is going to be a stacked card. But Elijah Love just gets dropped there in that power slam by Keith Haught.
And there you see Centurion Hall
already
making her presence felt in what I feel like is the early going here. And Elijah Love taking advantage with the backstabber.
Goodness, thunderous backstabber by Love into the cover. Possibly could steal it here in only 2.
Centurion Hall is such a wild card in any kind of matchup, and we know that Keith Haught has lots of friends, but none of their friends appear to be present ringside for this matchup, so certainly advantage Elijah in that regard.
Yeah, it has been a minute, but look at this again, Centurion Hall getting involved. I mean, this is a common theme with these two as well. Official distracted, Centurion Hall getting involved. But now we're going to see the cartwheel to the backflips into that big back elbow by Love. This is where Elijah Love begins to take over here. I mean, Paul, if you are Elijah Love now in this scenario, what more do you got to do to put away Bearcat?
I think it's just a matter of staying on the offensive here. We just had a near fall, but again, can't get lackadaisical, can't take time arguing with Scotty Davidson, have to stay on the Bearcat. And again there, Elijah Love just kind of let his guard down for just a second, though able to recover quickly and quite frankly has Bearcat on the ropes here.
And Bearcat certainly is dazed, but Elijah Love charging up again. Big elbow from Haught. There is still so much fight left in the Bearcat. Big boot to the face this time. Can Keith Haught muster up enough energy? There goes Elijah Love up and over. Gets caught. Big forearm strike there. Look at this. Elijah Love possibly looking for a cover. I think we've seen this a time or two before, Paul. Breaking out of it. And no, nobody home.
Didn't get any of it.
We've seen Keith Haught do that to countless individuals, but Elijah Love with a big double stomp there into the cover and only a 2 count.
And Austin, as this match continues to progress, I mean, you mentioned it, Keith Haught has kind of been a little bit of a stranger to singles competition as of late. Lots of 2v2 matches, 3 versus 3, 4 versus 4 tags. The conditioning in a singles match is completely different. You don't have the ability to tag out. As this match breaks down, where do you think the conditioning might fall? It might not be in Bearcat's favor.
The conditioning may not be there, but I mean the veteran experience is showing, because anytime Elijah Love gives that open window, you've seen Keith Haught take advantage of it, go full throttle. But Elijah Love definitely seems to be a little bit more conditioned in terms of singles competition right now. So a bit of an even match if you ask me. But, I mean, the big difference maker is Centurion Hall, who's obviously on the outside. Look at this little back and forth action we go here. Elijah Love up and over, looking to pin Keith Haught. Oh, good God! Dropping all their weight on Elijah Love.
Brought all of it that time with that Bearcat bumper. Now both competitors down. You see the replay here provided by Sidekick Media Services. Elijah was looking for that sunset flip, and there is that Bearcat bumper.
Ouch.
Caught all of it that time.
This is going to be that moment where Keith Haught can catch their breath. Elijah Love can catch his as well. Possibly regroup and think about strategy. Keith Haught back to their feet. So is Elijah Love. Big shot there from Keith. Here's another one. Followed by a third. Loading up for possibly a fourth. Oh, big elbow there. Elijah Love still coming back for more, but Keith Haught continuing to put him down. Oh my goodness! Big Samoan drop there. Cover by Keith. That might do it, Paul. 2, no!
The resilience of Elijah Love to get the shoulder up there.
Keith Haught's going to...
Did they just say top rope?
I think I heard the same thing you did, Paul. Keith Haught going to the top rope? Well, if I'm Elijah Love, I might want to move quick, but wait a minute. You see Centurion Hall getting up on the apron again. Big headbutt to Centurion. About time.
But the distraction pays off. Elijah Love takes advantage. with that kick.
Oh, and Paul, we might see it. Into that bootiest moonsault ever. Perfectly connects into the cover, and that is it.
Here is your winner, Elijah Love.
Elijah Love with a massive victory here on Thursday Night Fights against Keith Haught. As we take another look at the replay here, what a beautiful moonsault. Picture perfect, got all of it, and that is going to be another W in the column for Elijah.
Well, based just on the experience disparity between the two, you would be hard-pressed to not call that an upset of Elijah Love over Keith Haught, but the Playboy continues to roll here in 880 Wrestling.
Elijah Love, Centurion Hall, victorious here on Thursday Night Fights.
Hey you, are you looking for something fun to do on the weeknight? Well, do I have a game for you. It's Top Rope Tabletop. Tune in live on the IndyWrestling.Network, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. And tune in to see your favorite local wrestlers do magic, fight enemies, roll dice, fail perception checks, and contemplate life's mysteries and the horrible atrocities occurring to our characters. And don't worry, you can bring snacks. In fact, you should. And water. You need to drink more water. Live every month with the IndyWrestling.Network. It's Top Rope Tabletop, babes.
This next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
Next match is on their way. And I mean, the mood is already set just by the opening riff of this. Bad news is about to come.
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Gunnar Bergmann and DBeat Cooper. They are the trigger finger of the Dead Hand Society, the Black Sheep, Nick Wilde.
Singles action here on Thursday Night Fights. The Black Sheep, Nick Wilde of the Dead Hand Society, not alone with some members of DHS, Gunnar Bergmann and DBeat Cooper here. 24 hours away from Nick Wilde going one-on-one against Chaz Monroe, so possibly a bit of a warm-up against one of our favorite competitors here in 880, Paul.
Looks like Nick Wilde has something on their mind prior to this matchup.
Give me 1 second, Eamon. You stand there and look stupid for a second.
Oh, be nice to Eamon.
It's the wrong way, buddy. Hard cam's over this way. I don't care about these people. Hard cam's here. And I need the camera to see my face. Now, for everybody who looks at the internet, which I would assume is everybody in this room. They are. They really do. They look pretty shitty. Last week, 880 Wrestling posted a video where Remy LeVay was about to dastardly attack me from behind in the locker room. But luckily, I had a one-up on him. I took care of the Remy LeVay problem last week, and I fought him in self-defense. In self-defense, I broke his arm, and it's gonna be a long, long time before we see Remy LeVay in an 880 wrestling ring. Thank you very much. Now that brings me to my challenger for tomorrow. Someone I've known since before I was a wrestler in general, my old buddy Chaz Monroe. Now Chaz, I didn't watch your dumb little video you posted on Instagram because I didn't have to. Because I know what you had to say. Because it's the same old song and dance that everybody wants to have with Nick Wilde. Oh, Nick Wilde is a buoy. Nick Wilde is so mean. Nick Wilde hurts people. Yeah, I do hurt people. We're in the business of hurting people. That's my job. Thank you. You're right, I am. drop. Thank you. Thank you. That person gets it. That person gets it. So, Chaz, I don't care about whatever heroic journey you're on right now to come into 880 Wrestling and try to fight me. This isn't about being a hero. You know, and I know, that this is about you wanting to prove yourself against the best in 880 Wrestling. I am the best 880 champion that this company has ever had. I am the best in that locker room, and I am the best goddamn looking in this building right now. Exactly. You know it. You know I'm the best looking here. Come on, it's Pride Month. Give me a little love. Give this day them a little love. Now, as for tonight, I have to beat the shit out of an alien named Los Tonios.
Well, we have to regroup here and go back to the regularly scheduled singles match. Nick's Wilde and Los Tonios about to be on their way. Where's Tonios? Is my eyes deceiving me, Paul?
What's happening right now?
I only see El Luca. Oh, wait a minute. Look at the top corner of your screen. Los Tonios up top. Big cross body to Nick's Wilde.
Tonios getting the jump on Nick's Wilde here in preparation for singles action.
Yeah, Los Tonios pulling a fast one on Nick Wilde. Of course, Los Tonios, one of few that actually has a victory over Nick Wilde in recent months. So Los Tonios knows Nick Wilde's game, knows the Dead Hand Society's playbook, and looking to take a page out of that. Cover. Ooh. I got to give Tonios credit, Paul. This is a great strategy to start.
And it is all Los Tonios here in the early going, looking for a swanton, didn't get any of it. And now look at the Black Sheep immediately taking advantage.
Off the knee goes Tonios.
Pump handle backbreaker from the trigger finger. And when you take on Nick Wilde in any type of contest, the object is to stay mistake-free. Nick Wilde will capitalize on any and all mistakes you make. And that's precisely what we're seeing here, Austin.
Tonios had the early jump in the match, but Nick Wilde back to that slow, methodical pace. Wear down your opponent. And this is just vintage Nick Wilde right here. Rolling into those forearms, but Tonios well scouted. Big step from Inseguri there. And it's nice having El Luca out here as well for once. Dead Hand Society, maybe at least somewhat even. I mean, there's two members of Dead Hand, one member of MDMA out here, so at least there's some extra numbers game. Quick cover there and only one count.
It's better than what some people get, as you mentioned, but
yeah, one's better than none.
Nick Wilde is going to wrestle this match with a chip on their shoulder based on, as you mentioned, getting pinned by Los Tonios in multi-person mayhem last week.
Oh, do you see this, Paul? Gunnar and DBeat is choking the life out of Los Tonios on the second rope while Nick Wilde was distracting the official. And right back to it goes Nick. Big suplex there. Into the cover goes Nick's. This may do it. No. Of course, this is all for tomorrow. 24 hours away. Nick Wilde will be going one-on-one with Chaz Monroe at No Ceilings 2 right here at the warehouse. That and so many more incredible matches to come. But Los Tonios has a big chance to spoil that. Maybe get Nick Wilde's head a little bit. Another cover by Nick's and only two.
The near fall off of that backbreaker. The Black Sheep again taking control of this matchup. Los Tonios had it in the early going with that surprise attack, but it's been mostly Nick Wilde since that initial offensive flurry from Tonios.
Yeah, Nick Wilde a little patch. Going for that sling blade there, but again, Los Tonios well scouted. That's the second time now this match that we've seen Nick Wilde attempt one of their moves from their arsenal, and Tonios was able to counter, and now Tonios is all fired up.
Tonios has really been feeling himself since that win last week.
Yeah, nobody home, kick down low. Now Tonios running up the ropes, and look at this! What, that bit of a running Salida del Sol sorts?
Absolutely, and a win last week against somebody the caliber of Nick's Wilde has Tonios kind of curious where he stacks up amongst all of the members of the 880 roster.
Oh, only a 2 count there after the swanton. But look at this, Tonios immediately into a cross arm breaker. Walking it in deep on Nick's Wilde. Wilde is far away from Dead Hand Society members. Is Nick's gonna tap?
Tonios shouted there when he applied that armbar, "This is for Remy."
Yeah, you see DBeat and now Luca kind of getting into it a little bit on the outside. Bit of a screaming match as Nick's Wilde trying to counter this cross arm breaker. Using the strength into a sit-out powerbomb. Into the cover, using the pressure, but only 2. Wow.
The resiliency of Los Tonios, able to get that shoulder up, will extend this matchup.
Los Tonios has that heart and has that soul, but can he string enough energy to put Nix away? Fighting out of it. Roll up here on Nix, possibly stealing another win. Only a 2 count. Back to their feet goes Nix. Another pinfall here, only 2. Paul, it's getting close. Tonios is just 1 second away from putting away Nix. Oh, gosh.
But again, there was another mistake that Nix might be able to capitalize on.
What a spine buster.
Spine buster of the AA variety, and now Nix looking for that Black Clover submission.
Oh, yeah, and the Black Clover is locked in deep. You hear how Luca pleading to reach for the ropes. Will Tonios tap it? Oh, that's it. Tonios has to give up. It's locked in deep.
Here is your winner by submission, Nix Wilde.
Oh, come on, Nix, let go. The match is over. DBeat Cooper just dropped out Luca on the apron, and it's still locked in. Come on.
Nix now sending a message to their opponent for tomorrow night, Chaz Monroe.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous. Gunnar Bergmann with El Luca, but wait a minute. Here comes Deathwatch.
Deathwatch clearing the ring in to save Los Tonios from permanent damage from that Black Clover.
Thank goodness for Brohemoth and Johnny Demise. Princess Amanda here right in front of us on our walkway. Arguing. Nick's Wilde. Oh, God! What a slap from Amanda! Oh, yeah! And now all hell is breaking loose. Brohemoth taking Gunnar Bergmann to the concession stand. DBeat and Johnny Demise at the apron. You hear that slap?
How could you not? And the action is fast and furious here. Look at this little picture-in-picture action.
I mean, you need it with how many bodies are flying around right now. Let's see. We got Brohemoth and Gunnar Bergmann fighting in front of the bathrooms here. DBeat just got sent into the steel post.
Shout out to Sidekick Media Services for covering the action at every angle here.
It's like when they have all the college football games up, Paul.
Get a little 880 red zone going.
But the brawl continues on the outside. Big shot there from Brohemoth to Gunnar.
Gunnar Bergmann into the ring.
And I guess we're having a match now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next contest, Dead Hand Society versus Deathwatch.
Well, there we go. It has just been announced, an impromptu tag team match here on Thursday Night Fights. You never know what you're going to get here at the warehouse as Johnny Demise delivers a big basement clothesline to Gunnar Bergmann. It will be DB Cooper and Gunnar Bergmann versus Johnny Demise, Brohemoth of Deathwatch.
And all Johnny Demise here early.
A quick cover there, only a 2 count for Demise. I mean, if you couldn't tell, the tensions were already high in the locker room. I mean, that just showed right there. Everybody jockeying for position with No Ceilings 2 just on the horizon as Johnny Demise tags in Brohemoth. Everyone looking for opportunities, and Brohemoth drops Gunnar as Demise delivers a big uppercut there. And of course, we've told the story so many times, Paul. Deathwatch, Dead Hand Society, they do not like each other. They despise each other. Whatever variation they throw at each other's way, it is the story that will never end. These two want to be atop of the tag team division.
Yeah, the pro wrestling cliche "fight forever" is one of the first things that comes to mind when I think about Dead Hand Society versus Deathwatch. So many different combinations. I mean, we've seen Deathwatch expand its ranks through 2026 to kind of combat the numbers game that the Dead Hand Society has taken to kind of run roughshod over the 880 roster. And this is the rivalry that just keeps on giving.
A rivalry that keeps on giving and keeps on giving us banger after banger every single week. But Brohemoth and DBeat going at it right now. And look at the strength here from Brohemoth, just releasing DBeat Cooper. And you see the support from Princess Amanda and everyone here at the warehouse.
Exploder suplex there by Brohemoth, tagging JFD back into this contest.
And of course, with No Ceilings 2 tomorrow, obviously on Saturday, there's a big doubleheader, I guess you can call it. 2 880 shows in one. You can go up to Beaver County for Boom on the Bridge. I will be up there hosting that one. And then over at Rutgers for Ruggapalooza, our friend Toddy Tondero will be hosting, Paul. Isn't that great? 2 for 1.
You're hosting the Boom on the Bridge?
Yeah, I'm hosting. And Toddy's hosting at Rutgers. You know. Yeah, isn't that cool?
What am I going to do?
I mean, you can come to one of them if you want. Oh, good job. Gunnar Bergmann just came out of nowhere. Just leveling Demise into the cover. Only a 1 count. You look confused over there, Paul.
All right, let's just call the matchup.
Yeah, let's just do that. I mean, if you want to take a look at the ring right now, there's someone that you have a little bit of history with yourself, Mr. Gunnar Bergmann. You had to pay him off a little while ago.
Yeah, I once paid this man a ½ kilo of silver to walk me to my car. True story.
What a great payment that was.
Do you remember why I had to do that?
Can you give us a memory refresher?
Yeah, it was commentators getting destroyed in the middle of the ring.
Ah, okay. I don't know what you're referencing there, but we'll just leave it at that. What do you make of DBeat Cooper, Paul? I mean, I talk about this with Toddy all the time. I mean, there's a tent that's set up outside. It was at the shop originally, and now it's made its way over to the warehouse, and DBeat Cooper has been living in it. He has his own little campfire out there. He kind of sets up camp, talks strategy with Dead Hand. It's kind of creepy, to be honest with you.
Well, I come from the days, and as do you, where DBeat Cooper used to live behind the shop in a very similar arrangement.
Oh, my goodness. I don't even want to call that. And No Ceilings 2 again. Come, some more.
Johnny Demise in the corner there. You can call it whatever you want, I suppose.
Call it whatever you want.
DBeat now tags Gunnar Bergmann back into the match. And again, Gunnar Bergmann.
Yeah, but look at that momentary distraction again. Gunnar Bergmann took a cheap shot at Brohemoth. Brohemoth didn't take too kind to it, so it gave Dead Hand a moment to take advantage. And you see Nick's Wilde pulling on Demise this time. I think Amanda needs to go slap them again.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, typically you would think that Nick's Wilde, you talk about the wild cards out here and compare Nick's Wilde and how effective they could be versus Princess Amanda in terms of getting involved in this matchup. You kind of give the edge to Nick's, though. That was before the slap. I honestly don't know how to feel anymore.
Well, Deathwatch got numbers. Dead Hand has got numbers. We recently saw a little lock return as well for Deathwatch. So both of these factions have been growing and growing each and every single week. I mean, once upon a time, we didn't even have a DBeat Cooper or a Gunnar Bergmann in Dead Hand Society. But now we look at it, and it's grown more and more as DBeat goes into a cover, only 2.
We know that Dead Hand Society appears to be really, truly back in full force, especially with DBeat Cooper having returned just a couple months ago from a shoulder injury, making his way over from his little camp behind the shop, and now apparently has permanently set up near the warehouse.
Which I'm still trying to figure out exactly where it is. I just heard it's here, but that's neither here nor there.
Gunnar Bergmann just a few short months into his 880 wrestling career.
Covered by Gunnar, but Brohemoth this time returning the favor, breaking up the count. We saw Gunnar do that earlier in the match for DBeat, so Brohemoth giving Gunnar a little taste of his own medicine. But Johnny Demise needs to make a tag here. Both Gunnar and DBeat has done such a good job at wearing him down thus far. you got to wonder how much is left in Johnny Demise. And can he even make it to his corner to make a tag?
The sleeper hold applied by Gunnar Bergmann, but also remaining on the back of Johnny Demise, taking leverage over him, though Johnny Demise able to reverse that into a jawbreaker of sorts.
Yeah, but right in front of him is Gunnar, blocking his corner, not allowing him to make a tag.
Great ring awareness by Gunnar.
Gunnar did a great job of playing defense there.
Absolutely effective, seemingly wise beyond the few months that he has put in here at the warehouse.
Demise using that second rope to his advantage into a big DDT there from off the second rope. Can Demise make it to his corner?
Take a look here again on the replay, brought to you by Sidekick Media Services. The big second rope tornado DDT to Gunnar Bergmann. And this is the opening tag made to the Gigabyte Grizzly.
Brohemoth is ready, and he is ready to go. Big strike after big strike, and he is taking it to Gunnar. And Paul, I think it is about time that we go all aboard the Bro train. Brohemoth taking off now. Big bro splash. Here comes a second. And the ring feels like it's shifting a few feet every time Brohemoth takes off.
Using DBeat as a weapon into Gunnar. Look out here.
Yeah, DB wisely moves out of the way. Gunnar Bergmann is on the receiving end of that big black hole slam, dropping DB Cooper.
I don't know how wise it was in hindsight. I think he might have got the worst end of that deal.
Yeah, Brohemoth struggling a bit, calling in Johnny Demise. Possibly to do some tag team work here on Gunnar Bergmann. Grabbing a hold of the throat, but wait a minute. Nick Wilde, what the hell? Really? Steel chairs brought in by Nick Wilde and DB Cooper, and now Deathwatch is being beaten to a blank pole. What the hell? I mean, come on. Dead Hand Society have got their point across at some point. We get it. We get it, guys. Chair shot to the back of Bro. Oh, and now one again.
Another chair shot. Dead Hand Society making their presence felt here to Deathwatch.
And here is Nick Wilde. Sets a Brohemoth to the sling blade onto the chair.
Onto the upright chair. That chair is no longer going to be functional. And I question if Brohemoth's back is either.
And this is just disgusting. Dead Hand Society laying out Deathwatch. I would get out of there if I was you, Princess Amanda.
It would certainly be fair to question the short-term availability of Deathwatch after that attack.
Well, Dead Hand Society didn't pick up the victory, but they damn sure made a statement. Get these guys out of here.
They're laughing.
Disgusting. Great showing from Deathwatch as always. It's always good to see both Johnny Demise and Brohemoth in the squared circle here on Thursday Night Fights, but what a damn shame. Should not end a tag team match like that.
Yeah, despite how everything looks for them right now, Deathwatch was technically victorious in that matchup, as you mentioned.
Let's pass things back over to Eamon as we attempt to clean things up and go into our next
Ladies and
contest.
gentlemen, outside of all that chaos, I will note your winners by disqualification for that match is Deathwatch. But as we get things dealt with here in the ring, we want to give a couple shout-outs and thank yous to the crew here at 880 Wrestling that make this show happen each and every Thursday for free here in the warehouse. They are the unsung heroes of this company, so be sure to give them some applause and show them some love. I'm going to start with our sponsors for this evening. Give it up for Espada Contracting and Landscaping. Visit them for your home renovation needs. You can also check out Arnold Glass and Vape right outside of New Kensington. Shout out to TR and the great folks over there. Also, the folks over at 3 Floyd's Brewing, who are a fantastic company doing great work locally in Pittsburgh. Shout out to them. And if you want to be a sponsor for 880 Wrestling, send us an email at 880wrestling@gmail.com. I want to, of course, shout out the folks over at Sidekick Media Services. Give it up for Sorg. Yes, you, Sorg. And our amazing camera crew as well, who do fantastic work broadcasting us on IndyWrestling.live and on YouTube. Over on sound, we want to give a whole lot of love to the biggest star of the warehouse. Give it up for Lane Alexander.
Number one with a bullet.
Fantastic job on sound as always. Our fantastic production also with our lighting. Give it up to Zane and Aaron, the entire Woods family, who do a fantastic job of lighting us here at the warehouse.
Get that kid out of here.
I want to shout out the commentary team as well for this evening. We're so glad to have him back on the board. Give it up for professional Paul Michaels. Alongside Paul, we have the host for the upcoming Boom on the Bridge Saturday over in Bridgewater. Give it up for Pittsburgh's favorite jagoff, Austin Carnes.
Michael Penix. Shout out to Michael Penix.
And at that same time, around 2 p.m. over at Ruggers in the South Side, he will be hosting Ruggapalooza. Give it up for the voice of 880 Wrestling, Tatiana. I also want to shout out our referees for this evening, Tony Leo and Scotty Davidson, who've been doing a fantastic job calling the action all night long. And last but not least, my name is Eamon Payton. Thank you all so much for allowing me to host each and every Thursday here for Thursday Night Fights. This next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
Well, as we change gears and go to our next match, I'm going to bring in Toddy Tondera, the voice of 880 Wrestling.
Introducing first, fighting out of which city? They are the funeral feline, Salem Gray.
Well. Hello, Mr. Michaels. Toddy Tondera here, joining you for Thursday Night Fights. And what a night it has been so far. Some battle lines were drawn for tomorrow night's No Ceilings, Paul.
To say the least.
And their opponents.
Comes a man with emotion.
Making its way to the ring, fighting out of the CCAC Auxiliary Gymnasium and representing the Department of Jocks. He is 1/4 of the 880 Wrestling Tag Team Champions. This is the Muscle, Micky Morris.
And Paul Michaels, as we've seen this past week, Micky Morris was on Pittsburgh Live today, representing Boom on the Bridge in Beaver County. And I guess if you're collecting gold here, you get a TV spot.
Yeah, so Micky Morris, of course, will be ready for action this Saturday at Boom on the Bridge. Who knows? Micky Morris could be in action tomorrow night at No Ceilings. We still don't really know too much about the Tag Team Championship picture for that event, as far as who will be the opponents for the Department of Jocks. And thanks to the fraternity rules, I'm not even sure which two members of the Department of Jocks, if any, would even be defending those titles.
Yeah, our tag team division is heating up. As I slipped to the commentary booth, we saw quite the altercation between the Dead Hand Society and Deathwatch, and that is something those two families have been at each other's throat now, Paul, for many months here, especially in this warehouse era. So the Tag Team Championships tomorrow, I guess we'll have to tune in and see to No Ceilings. And in the ring here, Salem Grace and Micky Morris. Of course, Salem Grace, I think, brings a new perspective to the 880 locker room. I mean, she's just a monster. What could I say? Oh. Big shoulder tackle, but the confidence of Micky Morris has been elevated week to week. And with that fraternity rule, as Paul mentioned before, I mean, we might see Micky Morris defend one of those championships tomorrow night.
Certainly could be plausible. Micky Morris has made lots of waves in singles action as of late.
Well, if you're the man with emotion, you make a wave or two.
Drop kick by Morris, now into the clothesline. Micky Morris feeling himself here.
Yeah, this is the first time one-on-one matchup. Big fisherman suplex. I mean, Micky Morris is the type of individual who will work his way into your heart. And I know during roll call I saw some kisses blown from you to the audience, but I think Micky Morris is in the heart of this audience here at the warehouse tonight.
Hard to argue against that. The Department of Jocks, of course, have quickly become one of the most popular acts in all of 880 wrestling.
I'd even say even in the general scope of the Pittsburgh scene. I mean, how they've elevated their game, how they've elevated themselves. They motivate each other as well. Oh, going low there is Salem Grace. And Salem Grace has always been very rough and tumble. She uses her claws to her advantage. I mean, we have a Bearcat, and then we have what you see in front of us, Salem Grace. So we've got a couple of cats in here, and they're not always up to date on their shots, let's say.
Yes, and extremely methodical as well as Salem Grace, extremely calculated in the terms of the way that she operates her offense in the ring.
Yeah, but Paul has been mentioning all night, we are just 24 hours away from 880 Wrestling's No Ceilings here at the warehouse. Tickets still available. We know in our main event, our 880 World Champion, Brandon St. James, will be defending against Aleo Dreams, and it would be apropos if it was just the two of them, but we also have Casey Ward defending the Hardcore Championship against Sammy Suntime.
All kinds of great matchups coming your way just tomorrow night. And if you can't get tickets, you can, of course, catch the show, catch the stream on IndyWrestling.live, where you can become a ringside member of our YouTube channel to check out all of that action. We also have the King of Pittsburgh, MV Young, in a rematch with the Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone. Well, by the way, Toddy, did you know that Jackson Stone is the 2020 Impact Wrestling Gut Check winner?
Well, I do now.
And he's going to be in the warehouse tomorrow night.
And that's a big rematch. We remember that MV Young and him had a one-on-one contest that ended up in a no contest, so there is still some meat left on the bone, and that's going to be a big boy brawl as announced today. Street fight scenario. Oh, but of course today being the disco before the breakdown, 24 hours before Friday night. And Salem Grace, I was going to say, kind of had Micky on the rope-a-dopes there. Big knee.
Micky thinking scoop slam.
Calls that the Proctor's Ledge. Big stretch muffler. Two. Just a 2 count. And what a big week it's been for 880 Wrestling. We have 4 shows, 4 events in a 3-day period, of course, which you're watching right now. Thursday Night Fights. Tomorrow night, No Ceilings. On Saturday, we're at the Beaver County Boom Fair. And, I will be down at Ruggers Pub in the South Side hosting Ruggapalooza, too. So if you miss 880 Wrestling this week, I don't know how you can if you're in the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah, so when do I get to host a show?
Well, it's not really currently in the budget, but we can talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Oh, big clothesline there by Micky Morris.
Micky kind of favoring that knee a little bit there, back elbow. But some damage might be done there to that left wheel of the muscle.
That's the thing about the disco before the breakdown. The Thursday Night Fights before. Wait a second. Oh, I guess he proved you wrong there, Paul. You know, we talk about momentum going into a big event like No Ceilings, but the pendulum do swing. You know, you pick up a W on Thursday Night Fights before. There's a replay there by Sidekick Media Services. Big standing moonsault. You want to pick up a big W before, but on the opposite effect, if you lose the night before a big event, the psyche, it could change.
Well, I guess mercifully for the Department of Jocks, we have this fraternity rule. So I guess if Micky Morris loses some momentum here, maybe he just wouldn't be part of a would-be tag title match. They have any combination of the Jocks can defend those titles. Look out here.
Well, Salem's not one to give up, but I'll tell you what. To save injury.
Winner by submission, Micky Morris.
Impressive singles victory for the man with the motion, the muscle, Micky Morris. What a huge summer it's been for the Department of Jocks.
See the replay of that Kimura lock there by Sidekick Media Services. That is all she wrote for Salem Grace. And Micky Morris now, he's the muscle, he's the man with the motion, and right now he's the man with the momentum heading into tomorrow night. If or when he's doing something at No Ceilings.
Let's give it back to our wise owl, Eamon Payton.
Folks, as we get ready for our main event of this evening, this is your last reminder that tomorrow night, 8 p.m., right here at the warehouse, we will be presenting No Ceilings 2. It is a big event. The card is fantastic, and you are not going to want to miss it. Tickets are still on sale right now on TicketLeap. You can also follow us on social media at 880 Wrestling and get those links or get tickets at the door. Please welcome to the ring at this time, the current TNF Champion, Marco Narciso.
Well, we do know in recent weeks there has been an offer to the greenest wrestlers in 880 Wrestling to go one-on-one with the champion. The current holder of the neon gold, representing the Den of Desire.
Now, Toddy, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I'm not in the business of name dropping, but I worked with Dan Sweeney 2 weeks ago, and Dan Sweeney seemed to imply that this green lottery was almost cowardly on the part of Marco Narciso in terms of the opportunities that Marco is giving to these greenest wrestlers, and the fact that Marco was somehow giving himself an advantage by only targeting some of the newer talent in 880 Wrestling. I couldn't, quite frankly, disagree with that anymore. Again, this is a huge opportunity is waiting in that bowl for somebody to possibly make their career at the hands of Marco.
Is your name in the bowl, Paul?
I'm sure Austin's is. He thinks he's a wrestler now.
That's right. Let's hear it for me!
I see you clapping.
Sorry to leave you hanging last week, but alas, I couldn't even bring myself to smell the disgusting, putrid, rancid scents coming off of you lot. I had to get away. I had to.
And there were a lot of them here last week.
As you know, the past few weeks, Honey Darling and I started our charity. Each week, we draw a name out this dish, and I give someone the opportunity of a lifetime.
Quit clapping, Paul.
I know.
You can hear that?
And, as you may know, when it rains, it pours. God himself couldn't stop me, even with a restraining order, from continuously retaining my championship. He can't. He can't. He can't. I know God himself. And if you already thought I was altruistic,
Just you wait for this. Just you wait. Honey and I decided to also start a program. Yes. Champions in Training. TIT. You don't get to say that word.
Champions in Training. Got it.
You're probably wondering, Marco, who is your right-hand tit? Well, I've decided to take somebody under my wing that is not quite on my level, but leagues above the rats back there. So, put your hands together, up on your feet, yes. Introducing my newest tit, Elijah Love!
Well, come on down, Elijah. Just what we need in 880 Wrestling. More tits.
So Marco Narciso not only offering championship matches to the up-and-coming stars of 880 Wrestling, but also taking other up-and-comers under his wing through the Champions in Training program. And we've talked a lot about the year that Elijah Love has had in 2026, and being under the tutelage of Marco Narciso could only
elevate Elijah Love, but just what Narciso needs, a mentee.
This is huge, Toddy.
It is a huge tit. You're correct, yeah.
Thank you. And before we start this slaughtery, I just quickly want to say that just like how I successfully won my match earlier tonight, whoever I pick to get slaughtered will suffer the same fate. Yeah.
So Elijah Love is going to pick Marco's opponent for this evening.
All right, you do the honors, Elijah. You draw that name. Draw the right one.
Boy, I hope it's Austin.
Who will be tonight? Well, okay.
I don't know how that keeps getting in there. You just, yeah.
Let's see who will be the green wrestler this evening. All straps aside.
All right, Elijah, let's try this again. Go ahead. I mean, I wrote it down. You don't have to delay
the I think there's a problem.
Elijah, we talked about this. Just say it.
Who's the name?
It's Blizzy Blake.
Blizzy Blake?
That's right. Can Blizzy... What?
Well, when this lottery came to be, Paul, it seems as though there was another green in mind. There he is, the greenest wrestler in all of
this match is for the TNF Championship.
And Toddy, how is this even possible? Blizzy Blake is not a green wrestler by any stretch of the imagination.
Are you aware of how green 08 Sour Diesel is? He's green. And this match starts, and these two old rivals die hard. The TNF Championship on the line. Blake has not held singles gold as of yet at 880 Wrestling. Marco dropped on his face, just a 2 count.
Well, Toddy, this is completely against the entire spirit of the green lottery. Blizzy Blake is a former 880 tag team champion for 212 days with Marco Narciso, mind you. He has wins over MV Young, Elijah Love.
Well, speaking of Elijah Love, Elijah, get out of there. Marco down in the ring. Elijah Love is tossed out of here. Wait a sec. Oh, 420 frog splash on the knees of Narciso. And Marco's new tin is quite upset, and Marco is having a panic attack in there.
Well, again, there's no possible way that Marco was prepared to defend the TNF Championship tonight against Blizzy Blake, who, again, does not check any of the boxes for eligibility in the Marco Narciso Green Lottery.
Wait, jackknife! Wait a second! 2! That's it! That's it! He did it!
Here's your winner! And new TNF champion, Blizzy Blake!
Marco Narciso's TNF Championship reign goes up in smoke! Blizzy Blake wins! What does this mean for No Ceilings tomorrow night, Paul? We've got a new champion!
Well, as you see again on the replay here, brought to you by Sidekick Media Services, the cover there by Blizzy Blake. 1, 2, 3, it is academic. Blizzy Blake is the new TNF champion. And I agree, Toddy, I have no idea what is in store for tomorrow night at No Ceilings. Will Blizzy Blake defend this newly won title?
Well, we'll catch you in 24 hours. This has been Paul Michaels. I'm Toddy Tondera. We'll see you tomorrow night here at the warehouse for No Ceilings 2 in Roach.